Hello, my dear. How are you people? Today is Monday morning and the beginning of the week. I have something special, something very special for you today. It is something I have to change the topic I wanted to present today to this particular topic because it's very, very important. Why am I doing all these things? I'm doing this thing I'm doing because this thing they say the rich gets richer and the poor gets poorer. I have discovered that it is true. You see, those who have money keep getting more money, keep getting more everything, better education, better comfort, better home. And not just that, better knowledge. For example, these encouraging talks and these motivational talks kind of people in some companies pay thousands of dollars to get somebody to talk to them on some of the things I'm telling you. And I know that most people who are listening to me cannot afford to pay or be in a company where a specialist is invited to talk to them. And these people come, the only thing they do is to talk to the people, talk to the workers, because after talking to them, their lives are improved. Their working uh, ability are improved and the company becomes better. So big companies, I mean companies that you know their names, banks, international company, multinational companies pay huge money. Go and Google it to speakers to come and talk to their workers. Just talk to them, just encourage them so that they can have better output in life. And I've come to think about it. Then the poor people who have low esteem, who have no money, who are suffering, who have no good education, some of them cannot even read, and they lack that encouragement. No one is even interested in them. And I know that many people who are going to be listening to this video will fall into that gap. So this is my own way of filling in that gap and also kind of trying to create a community where those who don't have money will leverage on what they have. Money is not everything. Words have power. Words have power. People pay thousands of money to go for a mentoring seminar, to go for a coaching seminar where they just go and sit down and listen to what somebody is saying. They pay huge money. Go and check it online. They pay huge money. I mean, not just even in a poor country. You don't even see it more in a poor country. In advanced country, people pay huge money to just go and listen to somebody, talk to them. The person is not giving them any present or whatever. The person just stands up there and talks to them for an hour or 2 hours, and their lives are different because of what they hear. So don't joke with the things you are hearing, maybe because you are not paying money for it. It's because I have decided that those who don't have that kind of money or those who cannot reach to that level of getting experts or specialists to talk to them can talk to themselves, share their experiences, encourage themselves, and become better until they can get to that level. If not, if you don't climb that little steps, then you will not even get to that high level. So there is something special I want to share with you today. I call it Monday ritual. Monday ritual. You can decide to use another day, but that is why I choose Monday. Monday is the first day of the working week. And so I see that most people, for years, they just get into the habit of waking up in the new day, the new week, and jump into work, jump into school, jump into the business without even making a kind of gauging their lives. I call this presentation Gauge Your Morale, gauge your level of encouragement. Because if you look into a car, for those who know about cars or motorcycle, yes, they have what we call fuel gauge, they have oil gauge, they have water gauge, and other things that will enable you to gauge the fluid in the car. Now, If you are somebody who doesn't make use of the fuel gauge in a car, you know what can happen. You can see some women before, women who don't gauge their fuel, they can come on the center of the main road and the car will stop and they begin to call their husband. Darling, the car is no longer moving. I don't know what is wrong. They say, they call mechanic and they'll call mechanic and discover there's no fuel in the car because it did not even gauge the fuel. And you know what it means? When you don't have fuel, no matter how beautiful your car is, no matter how expensive the car is, you're not going anywhere. You must have experienced where somebody who is riding Jeep, big car, on the road, the car stops him or her because there's no fuel, and he or she has to enter public transport. He has a very big car, costly car, but there's no fuel, so he's not going anywhere. So you must gauge your morale, you must gauge your level of encouragement every Monday. Bring out 10 to 30 minutes. Have a quiet time. Ask yourself, am I prepared for this week? Don't just jump into the new week. Many people make that type of mistake. They don't have time to ask themselves, am I prepared? Because the encouragement and morale level you have will determine how far you will go, just like fuel in a car. There's a level your fuel will be. You know that this fuel cannot take me beyond this distance. I must have to refuel. If not, I can't reach where I'm going. Instead, I may take another alternative. That is why the gauge in the fuel is there. If you know the fuel cannot take you where you're going, you find a way of refueling. So you must do that to your life. We do all these things to cars and machines we use, but we can't do it to our lives. The engine, the real engine of your life, you don't gauge the fuel. The encouragement and morale is like your fuel. On Saturday, I'm going to discuss about other fluid like oil when I discuss about relationships and the emotions. You know, when there is no oil in your car, if you don't gauge it and there is no oil, the engine will knock. That is even more serious. If there is no water in your car, you know what will happen? The car will overheat and you can't go anywhere with it. So you must gauge your level of encouragement at least once in a week. With time, it becomes part of it, but just form this habit. It's a very powerful habit. Give yourself 10 to 30 minutes every Monday. You can also choose Sunday night, but before the new week, gauge your morale, gauge your encouragement, gauge your preparedness, prepare yourself for the new week. Don't just jump into the new week. Let me tell you something. You must learn something from what women do. There's something women do that has taught me some lesson. A woman will want to go out, but she will not move out without going to make herself up. No matter how ugly she is or how beautiful she is, she will make herself up in front of the mirror. But it is not just that. Do you know that after spending time to make themselves up, a woman is not contented with that alone. She carries makeup inside her bag again and mirror. Why? After making up, why is she still carrying this makeup? Because she knows that anything can happen to this makeup on the way. She knows that water can touch this makeup and it will fade. She knows that even without anything happening, that just being in the car and moving around, the makeup will still fade. And so that is why in some vehicles, when women are getting where they're going, the next thing you see, they bring out their makeup and begin to remake again so that their face will be the way it should be. This is a kind of story that you can take as nothing, but it's a very serious thing. In life, as you move out today, that is Monday, for those of you who have gone to market or to some places, if you are very, very observant, many things must have happened to your level of morale. If you left your house with happiness and with high spirits, you discover that towards the end of the day, you're no longer that happy. Something might have happened. Somebody might have said so many things. It doesn't have to be something very negative, but little things can disrupt your energy. What somebody will say. Sometimes you just enter car, the conductor will say something to you, and your mind will no longer be the same for the whole journey. Sometimes it's even a customer. Sometimes it's even somebody want to go and buy something from will tell you something and You try to get your mind over it, no way. You are battling with yourself. The person that has told you the thing has even gone, but that bad feelings will follow you even home. It is because you are not conscious of gauging your emotion, gauging your morale. But if you practice this habit every Monday, have some time and ask yourself, am I prepared for this week, for the challenges, for the discouraging remarks, for the discouraging events that may happen, for the disappointments, maybe bad market, maybe bad word the lecturer will tell you in the class, maybe insults your friends will give you, maybe um, negative remarks people will make about your effort or struggle to become better. They will tell you, look at him, you are trying to be somebody, look at you, you're wasting your time. All these kind of words can have effect on your level of morale. So you must have a time to prepare, to gauge, to refill, to think of the fuel of your life, whether it can carry you to where you are going. If not, you just be floating. And then you know that there's also something they call bad fuel. If you have put bad fuel in your car, you know what it does. Bad fuel, there is fuel in the car, but it's a bad fuel. And so the car will begin to misfire. Before you know it, the car cannot move again. If there is a little slope, the car will be moving as if it is climbing a hill. What is the cause? Bad fuel. The same thing happens. You may have people who encourage you, but because they are encouraging you negatively, it will not take you anywhere. You need positive encouragement. You need the real courage that will carry you somewhere. Let me tell you, you may think this is just talk, but go and check. People pay money to go and listen to talks that will give them eternal energy, that will give them positive force, that will convince them, that will make them to believe in themselves. And if you are a parent, if you have children, this is also very serious and very important for you. Make sure you encourage your children often, even if it's on Monday. Talk to them before they go to school. Boost them. Sometimes you feed them with food, feed them with every other thing, apart from feeding their minds. Their minds need to be fed with positive energy, to be fed with power, to tell them what they can do. The same thing happens. You see the children of the rich, the children of big men, they are well encouraged, they were shown love, some of them, not all of them anyway. But what I'm saying is, these are the things that you don't need money to do. Try it, just even if you think this is nothing. Make an experiment with your children or your husband or your wife. Just make out a time when they want to go to school, tell them something positive, call them good names, and tell them that I know you're going to do well this week. Promise me you're going to do well. Say, mommy or daddy, I will do well. Give me five, they'll give you a high five. You have done something remarkable in the life of that child. The child will go to school very happy that the mother believes in him, that the father believes in him. If you're a teacher, try it on your students. Try and you see what encouragement can do. You see what bringing up people's level of morale can do. You see that somebody can do something that he or she wouldn't have been able to do. I have tried to encourage somebody in the past. I told him something, I tried to push him, and he was so surprised. Nobody has ever believed in me and told me I can do something like this. And he was so happy with himself. And he felt totally like a new person. So even if we cannot do it on a large scale, start with your children. Start with yourself first. Remember yesterday I said something about personal stories. You cannot change people's stories without changing your own. So, and this is how you change your story, by giving yourself a positive encouragement and looking into your life, gauging your life to see how demoralized you are, how prepared you are to face the challenges of the new week. Make it a ritual. That's what I said. It is a Monday ritual. You can give it another day, but be consistent. Don't just do it once and you forget. That is mistake some people make. You do it once and forget about it. Make sure that every month they have time, even if it's 10 minutes, it's something small. 10 minutes is not too much. 20 minutes is not too much to prepare yourself for the challenges you are going to do. Some people spend more than that time in making up just their face. So you can do more than that for your mind that is going to carry you in case of all the bad words, all the insults, all the disappointments that may come your way within the week. Form it as a habit. Make your mind up Once in a week is not too much. Do it every week. Let it be a ritual. Give it a name. I call it a Monday ritual. You can give it your own name. It will impact your life greatly. It will touch your life greatly. That is the time you begin to find out what kinds of things can encourage you, what kinds of things can boost your morale, who are the people who tell you the things that will bring out the best in you. Because you need somebody who can see in you what you yourself cannot even see, somebody who believes in you. What are the things that will enable you to be strong? No matter what people say, you still remain strong. You need those things before you move into the battle of the new week. Call it Monday ritual. So, like I said, let us do the best we can do for ourselves. Let us believe in ourselves. Let us try to be better. I hope this word encourages you, and I also challenge you to encourage somebody. Try to change somebody's story. God bless you.